What's up, ***ers? Alright, so you've watched every single episode of Critical Role. You've tried, fruitlessly, to keep up with Acquisitions Incorporated. And you've lurked through dozens upon dozens of Reddit threads. You think you're finally ready to start playing the world's greatest role-playing game. Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
What do? Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition is the newest iteration of the OG tabletop game, created by Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson in 1974. And it's easily the most popular edition ever. Like, you can actually tell people you play D&D now and not get shoved into a locker, you lucky bastards. If you want to play a game like Mario Kart, you need a couple of things. You need a TV, a game console, some controllers, and some friends. D&D is kind of similar. You just need a couple of things, like the following. Players need a copy of the Player's Handbook. In an ideal world, each player would have their own, but in reality you only need one. The Dungeon Master needs a copy of the Dungeon Master's Guide and the Monster Manual. These are books for DMs only. There's a lot of cool shit in these books that you don't want spoiled for you players. Every player and the DM needs at least one set of dice. These bad boys come pre-packed with a whole set of dice all in the same color. This is the minimum number, but feel free to have as many dice as you want. It's nice to have a lot of 6-sided dice on hand. A lot of effects use those, and you can never have too many. Also, a table! It's a tabletop role-playing game, guys. You need a f***ing table.
Okay.
And friends! Seriously, D&D is a social game, and you need other people to truly experience it. And that's it. Seriously, that's all you need to play D&D. Although there are a couple things the average role-playing group might find helpful, although definitely not necessary. A battle map. You can definitely simulate combat without one. A board like this lets you get really tactical in combat. You can buy rollout ones online or in game shops across the globe. Or you can befriend a carpenter with too much free time and have him make you one to your exact specifications, like I did. You can easily represent all the characters in an encounter with stuff you can find anywhere around you. Dice, coins, buttons, bottle caps. However, if you want to develop a hobby that consumes your every waking hour and helps keep your group immersed in the game, you can invest in mini-games, or minis. Spell cards. These are decks of cards made for each class spell list, allowing your spellcasters to have a quick reference for their spells. The cards don't have every single word of the spell text, but they're pretty good, and should help make sure your party wizard doesn't spend every turn flipping through the player's handbook trying to figure out how much damage his magic missiles do, even though he uses that spell every day fight and should have it fucking memorized by now. Once you got your books, your dice, your table, and your friends, you're ready to go. The Dungeon Master needs to start designing a dungeon full of interesting traps and scary monsters and cool NPCs, and the party needs to start designing a... And the players need to build a party of adventurers ready to overcome those challenges. But beyond all that, what's the most important thing you need to be a good role-playing group?
A good attitude?
No.
Sense of teamwork?
Sure, but what's more important than that?
Free time?
No, you need to subscribe to the Hilt for more D&D tips, tricks, and advice.
Oh. Okay.